going on, ladies and gents? It's Cyberland coming back to you with another film review, and this time we're on to It Chapter 1. So when this film was coming, I was excited. I was really looking forward to it. I knew I probably wasn't going to see it in theaters because I was just like, yeah, I don't really go to theaters for horror films all the time. That's outside of screen. But I was excited because I knew, based on the trailer, this was going to be the real deal. Again, well, not again, but no disrespect to Tim Curry's It, but that was highly edited. That was, it was a great film, but it was a PG-13 film or a PG film. They couldn't do really what the book encompassed for obvious reasons because it was on television and, you know, they had a lot more limitations. This was more closely to the novel, and outside of a couple things, it was fucking great. 10 out of 10. Loved it. One of my favorite horror films, actually. I loved it. The Losers Club, everybody was good. I loved all the characters of the Losers Club. And the guy, Bill Skarsgård, he was scary. I wasn't scared particularly, but I remember that after this film came out, people started dressing up like that clown, and it was freaking. People would be playing pranks on people, showing up to their front windows and shit. It was causing a stir. It even got to a point where the authorities were getting involved. People were freaking out over that damn clown, that outfit too, and the red balloon. People would be putting red balloons on people's doorsteps and shit. After that film came out, it was crazy. It was. I mean, I saw Instagram videos and shit. It was funny to me, but it was nonetheless crazy for them. I was actually surprised about Georgie, Bill's brother. I was really surprised they did that. Because normally when kids get killed, they're like, you know, we'll hint at it, we'll give something, we'll show some blood, but we're not going to show that. And I was surprised to show him get his arm ripped off and screaming and hollering in the rain and getting pulled into the sewer like that and being killed. I was actually surprised when everything else in the film, I was like, okay, but when I saw that scene, I was like, okay, they're not fucking around. They are gonna really try to stick to the lore as much as possible. And for the most part, they did. I mean, there was some stuff that, you know, you can't put on screen. That's not gonna work. You can write it in books, but you can't put that on screen. You know, and they did a great job. There wasn't anything I didn't like about the film. It is just, man, like Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm out. I'm out of here. I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back. Yo, such and such. Nah, y'all gonna handle that. I'm out of here. I'm not coming back there. You crazy. The digging and trying to figure out who he was or what he was, that was crazy. And then the townspeople just, it kind of felt like, and I need to check, but I wonder if, I think the Nightmare films to a little bit grabbed from It. And I only say, and I really feel like that now that I'm talking about, I feel like the Nightmare films grabbed from It when it came to the town. Because these kids keep coming up missing and nobody's asking questions. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody's investigating. They just put a missing sign on the fucking totem pole and that's it. Like nobody, and then these kids are just gone and nobody's saying nothing. It's just like, why are the parents, like, where are the parents? Why, like, the adults in general just weren't saying nothing. They weren't speaking out. It's just like, what is going on here? So that was interesting. Yeah, kind of. You know, I wonder if Nightmare was grabbing kind of from this book to put that in their film, because like, yo, y'all complicit in this shit. Um, the pacing was great. It didn't drag, but I knew I was gonna like the second part better than the first because you know they're older and you know I knew I'd like the second part better than the first, and I do. But for this film by itself, it was great. It was a great introduction, great pacing, great characters. There were some really creepy parts in the film, and the themes, brotherhood, family, loyalty, facing your fears, childhood fear and trauma. Definitely that was pretty prevalent in this film. And growing up, I think with the Losers Club, they knew they had to stick together, otherwise they were going to be dead. They were going to be killed. And I think Georgie is what made that possible. And I think if Georgie hadn't been killed yet, I think any one of them could have been picked off one by one, and then Georgie would have been killed regardless. But it was interesting to see, like, it was almost like this bond and like this Three Musketeers, all for one for all kind of thing, and it was really cool. So, if you've never seen the film, please watch it. If you've read the book and you have doubts, please watch it. It's just a great piece of cinema. Great. That being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.